Hello again. Welcome to the part 2 of my D23 experience. I'm great at not umming. My name is Vree. I really hope you enjoyed the first part, and let's get straight into part 2. So that was a thing. You know, everyone was so kind to us and so helpful, and I really appreciate that. For the video context, we never actually went to the third floor because there was a lot of stuff on the third floor that was like very exclusive, but also very expensive. And I didn't really have the funds to be spending on this trip. Like, most of my funds went to the trip. The trip itself, getting out there was the trip. So I didn't look at any of the limited edition pins. Now, I am a big pin girl, but I didn't try to buy any of them because I was broke. And it took a lot to get out here. But, you know, I don't regret it. So one of my biggest problems with the convention ended up being that, like, everything was kind of limited, right? So we got to the floor and there was stuff that was already sold out. Like the Lorcana set, right? There was only 300 per day, to the point where people were lining up the next morning at the crack of dawn to get this set. I was not doing that. I tried and I still wasn't going to be able to do it. So I'm glad that they decided that they were going to give the sets out, because that was frustrating. That was very frustrating, especially for someone that's like, oh, I love Disney, I want to be a part of it. But I do have my Mickey card, which is nice. That was one thing that they were giving everyone, and I appreciated that, because, you know, I want to be able to play it, and hopefully one day I'll be making a tutorial about how to play it. That would be fun. That would be fun. Another thing that was sold out was the Hercules vinyl. Like, they have these vinyls. I ended up buying 2 of them. I bought I bought the Encanto one, and I bought the Lion King Broadway one. And I was so happy, but the one that I really wanted was Hercules. They had a Hercules vinyl, and it was pretty much sold out on the first day. And once it was sold out, it was gone. It was gone for the convention. And it's like, how does that work exactly? Also, you know, the show floor was nice. There was a lot of expensive things, but, you know, it wasn't like I have to stop, I have to buy that. Nothing really gave you that feeling that you were like, this is amazing. And even the things that were pretty nice were, you know, pricey. And the people who paid to do this weren't really looking for $1,000 things. People didn't want to have to buy things that were super expensive. That was, you know, that should have been reserved for the third floor. You know, the people who are like, I want to buy the limited edition Disney stuff. There should be cheap limited edition stuff for, you know, the Disney fans and the Disney collectors to be able to buy. But, you know, that's maybe just one of my only things that I could say, that if they try to do it again, that's the thing that they should focus on, because people are coming to have a once in a lifetime experience. You know, people are trying to have these experiences that they can really have only at this convention. You know, if I came to this convention, make me feel like I'm here for a reason. And as I'll go on, you don't really get that feeling. You kind of lose it at a certain point, and that's a little unfortunate. So the next thing was that lunch at this convention, the first day, was a huge mess. Keep in mind, it's like 11 o'clock. Me and my friends were like, we need to go find food. All the lines, 45 minutes long. Like, I asked people at the front of the line, I was like, excuse me, how long have you been waiting there? They're like, 45 minutes to eat. It took us so long, and then we ended up getting they had like a small vendor that was kind of almost sold out, and we kind of just got sandwiches. There were places that were telling us that the food wasn't ready, so we couldn't even wait yet. There was these good kimchi hot dogs. Oh, that kimchi hot dog was so good. Oh, it was so good. But we had to wait so long for it that at that point I was getting loopy. I was getting insane. And, you know, that was an experience. Another thing was that, you know, there was a big disconnect, and this kind of happened every day. There's a big disconnect about the people that were working there. They didn't really know what was going on. Like, I would ask them questions, and they'd be like, hey, we're waiting just like you are. And it's like, that doesn't inspire a lot of courage. That doesn't inspire a lot of courage in the people who came here to have a good once in a lifetime experience. Also, there were people there that weren't like crazy Disney fans like me. Like, they were just here to like see what was going on. And for them, it was the most complicated experience. Now, it is time to talk about the reservation system. If you went or know what happened, the reservation system is going to be the part that you were waiting for. Basically, a little while before the conference started, they had the reservation system where you got to pick certain things that you wanted to do and you would enter a lottery. Now, obviously, ironically, the reservation systems were open before the day that they had designated. So I actually made my reservations beforehand. Two of the reservations that I got were both of the Imagineering panels that they ended up having because I want to be an Imagineer. So for me, I was super lucky, and we'll get into that because I get super lucky. Basically, the Marvel panel was a big thing. We'll get into that on the second day, actually. I'll wait for that part. So the girls that were with us, they got reservations with one guest because if you added a reservation, you could add one guest. They both got the same reservation for the Disney and Pixar showcase on the first day. Now, they let us go with them. Disney saviors, oh, I'm so grateful to them. I'm so grateful to them. And so we got to see all of the Disney stuff before anyone else sees it. Oh my God, it was amazing. So we got to see all of the projects that are coming out of Disney live action, Pixar, and Walt Disney Animation. And let me tell you, Disney, whatever you got going on, I see the vision. I see the vision. Oh, I'm so excited. This is gonna be good. It's gonna be good. I'm hoping. Listen, man. Pixar, let me tell you something. Okay, I will be honest, all of the live actions are kind of just remakes. Now, am I still excited for them? I will hold my breath because I have not liked the remake Revolution. I have not been a fan of it. It just doesn't appeal to me. But I am holding my breath on one of them. And one of them is the Haunted Mansion. The Dune Buggy. Okay, sorry. I'm not trying to spoil it. If you want me to talk about the releases, I'll talk about that another day. All in all, thanks to my Disney saviors, we had an amazing day. And we went to Disneyland afterward, and it started raining. It's Friday now, right? So it started raining, and we had originally planned so that Thursday and Friday we would go to Disneyland, and then Saturday we would go to Boogie Bash, and then Sunday we would go to California Adventure. Boogie Bash is at California Adventure. So remember how I wanted to see the fireworks? Yeah, so it was raining and we did not get to see them because the winds were too strong for them to have the fireworks, which of course I understand. I'm not gonna be mad about that. I can't be mad about that. I respect it and I understand it. So at this point, I am in despair. I am losing my little mind. Okay, I'm like, no. I was rooting for you. I was so upset. I was so upset. Like, I literally got back to my room and I was like, no fireworks again this year. I didn't get to see the fireworks last year. But, you know, that day we basically just finished everything up that we were doing, and then we got to go to the third day. The third day was the Marvel panel day. Who's ready for the problems? So on Saturday, my friend Daquan wanted to see the Marvel panel. That was all he wanted to do, right? I had a reservation for the Imagineering panel that they were doing on the special effects. So I wasn't going to Marvel. I was like, I'll find out on Twitter or something. He woke up. He's in the Discord. Trust me, there is a Discord. And let me tell you something. If you ever do anything ever again, like Disney, D23 Expo, if you do anything again, get a Discord. Put everyone on the Discord. That is the smartest thing that they could have possibly done. Like, they were insane. They were amazing for that. But, so Daquan gets up at 3 a.m. He goes to wait at about 3:30 on the line to get into this thing. Oh no. Hey, editing Bree here. So at this point in the video, my camera decided it did not want to record anymore, and therefore I had to cut it into another part. Part 3 will be up as soon as possible. Please let me know what you're thinking, how you're feeling. If you were there, hit me with some comments. Maybe we can talk about it. I would love to hear other opinions on this, especially because there was a lot going on those days. And I think that we, the consumer, are the ones who, we're what these conventions are for. And I think that sometimes in planning them, they almost forget that. And I would love to talk to other people who've been there, other people who, maybe if you know how conventions are run, let me know. Whatever information you have, I would love to talk about it. I would love to, really get into those discussions. Day 3 is a lot for a lot of reasons. But I would love to, get a more in-depth idea of how it made people feel and what they talked about. And, maybe your friend was there. Maybe you were there. I don't know. Wasn't expecting it to cut out here. But again, if you're enjoying this, please subscribe. I'm going to be making a lot more videos in the near future. And maybe hit that notification bell for when the next few videos are coming out. I am so thankful that you've made it to this point, and I hope you enjoy the next part as well. Bye again.